As big as a fist, and capable of pumping over 8,000 liters of blood a day, the heart is the engine of life. To keep it strong and healthy, it is important to pay attention to what we eat, as nutrition plays a fundamental role in ensuring its correct functioning and preventing the onset of cardiovascular diseases. In fact, there are some foods that have been shown to possess cardioprotective properties that is capable of protecting the heart and improving its functionality. But which are they? Let's go see them. Salmon. The term salmon refers to various fish species belonging to the Salmonidae family, lovers of cold and oxygenated waters. Atlantic salmon, in particular, is the most widespread species on the market, and among the major producers worldwide, we find Norway, Chile, Canada, and Scotland. Appreciated for its delicate flavor and its versatility in the kitchen, salmon is a precious source of proteins, vitamins, and minerals, but above all of omega-3. This is a category of essential fatty acids, which must necessarily be taken with food because they are not synthesized by our body. Among these, we find alpha-linolenic acid, icosapentaenoic acid, and docosahexaenoic acid. Numerous studies have highlighted the protective benefits of omega-3 at the cardiovascular level, identifying specific mechanisms, both functional and metabolic. At the level of the lipid profile, omega-3 are able to reduce the amount of triglycerides circulating in the blood, as well as improve endothelial function. That is the ability of the internal lining of blood vessels, called endothelium, to regulate vasodilation and keep the arteries elastic. These data explain, at least in part, the preventive effect of omega-3 in the diet against cardiovascular risk. The content of these essential fatty acids in salmon varies depending on the species and the farming method. However, on average, a 100-gram portion of wild salmon provides about 1.52 grams of omega-3. Equipped with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, omega-3 also seems to exert a cardioprotective, antiarrhythmic, antihypertensive, and antithrombotic effect. In fact, the American Heart Association recommends consuming 2 portions of fatty fish per week. However, after the exciting results of the past decades, recent studies tend to downplay the benefits of omega-3 in the prevention of cardiovascular disease, especially when taken in the form of supplements. However, we will talk more about this in a future video. Blueberries. Blue, black, or red, these are just some of the over 100 species of blueberry that we can find in nature, especially on small shrubs that grow spontaneously in the undergrowth areas. Lovers of acidic and humid soils, blueberries are small berries with a rounded shape that belong to the family of berries, rich in vitamins, mineral salts, and antioxidants. Growing epidemiological evidence suggests an inverse association between the consumption of diets rich in fruit and vegetables and the incidence of cardiovascular disease, some types of cancer, neurodegenerative disorders, and other forms of chronic diseases. A study published in 2023 in a well-known British journal found that blueberries have protective effects on cardiovascular health by preventing cholesterol-induced atherosclerosis and reducing oxidative and inflammatory damage to the endothelium through several mechanisms. Effects that appear to be due to the anthocyanin content in blueberries, water-soluble plant pigments present inside flowers and fruits of many plants. These chemical compounds have also been shown to promote the production of nitric oxide, a key molecule in the regulation of certain processes, such as vasodilation and the transmission of nerve impulses. When blood pressure increases excessively, the body defends itself by increasing the production of nitric oxide, which by dilating the walls of the vessels helps to lower blood pressure. The consumption of blueberries therefore stimulates the synthesis of this molecule, promoting the relaxation of the smooth muscles of the blood vessels and making them more elastic. This effect helps to improve blood circulation and keep the heart healthy, thus reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease. Blueberries have also been shown to have inhibitory effects on platelet aggregation, a physiological process essential for the formation of blood clots in the case of hemorrhage. However, excessive activation of this process promotes the formation of clots in blood vessels, which can obstruct blood flow and increase the risk of serious complications, such as myocardial infarction and stroke. The anthocyanins in blueberries have been shown to possess anti-inflammatory and antithrombotic properties, thus capable of reducing the formation of blood clots and consequently the risk of thrombosis. Blueberries are also rich in soluble fiber, which helps improve gut health and control blood sugar and cholesterol levels, a known risk factor for cardiovascular health. Whole grains. Whole grains are considered those in which all the components of the grain have not undergone any refining process. This means that the grain is preserved in its original form, thus maintaining intact its nutritional properties and its content of vitamins, minerals, and dietary fiber. Wheat, rice, and corn, but also oats, barley, and rye, are among the most widespread and consumed cereals worldwide, both in their whole and refined version. A meta-analysis, conducted by experts from various institutes, found that the intake of whole grains was associated with a reduced risk of coronary heart disease, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and mortality from all causes, including respiratory diseases, infections, and diabetes. Several mechanisms could explain the beneficial effect observed, including the high content of dietary fiber, capable of reducing postprandial glycemic and insulin responses. Eating whole grains has been linked to a significant reduction in risk factors for some heart and cardiovascular diseases. This is because they have been shown to reduce blood pressure and lower total cholesterol, bad cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. Experts therefore recommend including whole grains in your diet, both for their heart benefits and to improve your overall health. The American Heart Association, an organization committed to the prevention of cardiovascular disease, recommends consuming 3 or more servings of whole grains each day. In conclusion, we have seen that some foods can have a significant impact on cardiovascular health, protecting the heart, and reducing the risk of developing certain diseases. However, it is important to include them in a healthy and balanced diet, limiting the consumption of saturated fats to less than 10% of total daily calories. Also be careful of excessive salt consumption, which can damage the heart and increase blood pressure, an important risk factor for heart disease.